welcome back to another one of my videos. This is part 2 of obviously us going over to France. If you haven't seen part 1, head over to my channel and check it out. Let's get straight into the video. And just like that, we are back off of the boat. Second person off the boat. We can't complain about that. We've got one lad in front of us. I don't know if he's got the same thing as me on. I've seen his lorry a couple of times before. I'm not too sure. We've got to drive through. Oh, maybe let's just cut us up. We haven't got any customs to do, thankfully. So we'll basically just drive out as if we're leaving the port. Those people are cutting the corners instead of actually driving around like a normal person. But yeah, quite a few caravan buildings in here today. We were the second one off, but all these people have just driven across the car park rather than driving around. But no bother, we're not in a rush. We're literally going to drive, I think it's about 2 hours, and then we should be moving, to be fair. So many trailers over there. Yeah, once we go through, obviously, it's just the sat nav just sorted itself out. Let's see what it's saying. It's saying 2 hours and 41 minutes, but I don't think it is that long. I think it's a bit of a myth. I'm trying to get my iPad to connect to the stereo because sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Is it working today? Yep, yes it is. So we're all good there. For when we're on the road in a minute. For now, we will just wait patiently until we can get over. There's a trailer there from the Netherlands. All different countries. You've got Ireland, Netherlands. What's this one? France. We obviously chose the wrong lane, but I do like this lot. This P. I don't know what it says on the side actually. Cool. It looks like he's had his mirror damaged though, because he's got a big dent and that in the side of his mirror. Going anywhere. Exciting times. Look at my AdBlue to see if we've got enough AdBlue to get. I want to get AdBlue on the way back in because obviously AdBlue over here is so cheap, so it's better to get it on the pump here. So I'll probably just get it on the way back across. We've got our reload in. We're reloading from the same places we normally reload, which is decent, and with that we know that we are reloading and going on the Havre boat, so we'll be on that boat. Obviously I've definitely chosen the wrong lane here because that lane's moved about 3 times now, but PDK, that was it. That Volvo is 750 apparently, according to the side of it. Oh, going somewhere now. I don't know, I wonder if this bloke came over solo because he's just picked this trailer up. Flying through that side. Oh, he's flying through now as well. Stop like after the hello, bonjour. that we're done. We didn't get pulled into the orange area. The other bloke did, so whether he's going to the same place as us, he might be a bit late. Unfortunate for him. We got a stamp, which is strange because they never normally stamp it coming in there. Normally they ask whether you're just staying in France or you're going elsewhere, and then they decide whether they're going to stamp it then. He stamped it right next to my Malaga stamp from last weekend. We get carried away and hit the speed bump. But yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to head out of the port and obviously just drive up the road. I've done this many times before, if anyone's watched any of the other videos. It's nice and tight, left turn. It wasn't a bad boat that, I quite liked it. Managed to get some sleep, managed to have a shower. 6 hours in the middle of the day is just like a weird one, because like you just don't know what to do yourself, because you're like, oh, do I go to sleep all day, or do I, because it's not a night shift tonight, like literally be tipped by like 7 o'clock. I started at 5:30, so I can work obviously till 8:30, so then I can drive a little bit and then we'll see how we go. But it obviously is it's half, I think it's Easter holidays still, because there's quite a lot of, I've not seen this many cars in a while. We'll see how we get on once we get out of port. That's a 3 litre Z3. They're doing a bit of work here by the looks of it. I wonder if we're going to get any customs things here or not. Is the light on the booth? Doesn't look like it's on. Go straight out. Is there a man in the booth? Nope. No one in the booth today. Could be plain sailing, could be straight out. Don't want to jinx it though. Is that man getting his trailer searched? He is. Interesting. Oh, I want to. Sometimes I really want to just get a motorbike and just come and do like France and Spain on a motorbike, which is so nice. Here's getting a full car and trailer search. Interesting. So many speed bumps down here. Oh, they've stopped on the left. I like how they're running, that bloke's running like a Diddy. It's only a 300 CRF. That's a proper cool little bike. Proper. I'd love to give that a go. Just come for a jolly and proper. But yeah, I'm going to leave you guys on it there, and I shall catch you guys in a bit.
So high, I'm hypnotized. What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through.
Just come to an absolute sudden stop, and there's a massive dent in the barrier just down there a little bit. So I don't know what's going on here. It's going to be interesting. Everyone's angry because they've stopped. Oh, nothing exciting. Mate boy's just gone into the barrier. He was waving at mate boy in front because obviously it slowed right down to have a look, because we were doing 56 and then now we're doing 30 kilometers. But yeah, that was that. Nothing too exciting. We're still going on. We're still on good time. We're only 1 hour and 46 minutes away now. The sun is shining. It's 15 degrees out, and we're just living the dream. Can't really complain. There's some pretty cool lorries. A lot of version 5 Volvos, but yeah, we are back up and we are off on the road. So guys, we made it to the delivery and we're just backed onto the bay now, and we have a red light. Also parked next to a fellow chap who also does these runs as well. He said that he does this run on a weekly basis, whereas I've never seen him because I've never done the one in the week. I normally do the loading at the weekend, but it's pretty cool to see another UK driver and all that out and about. But yeah, basically we're at this place. They've got their own fuel bunkers on site, they've got their own washers and stuff. So much more organised than the UK. Like toilets are in that block there as well. Oh, it sounds like he's nearly finished. They're really fast here. They normally take about 10-15 minutes to unload the whole load, which is definitely something that we're looking forward to. I've just put it in the sat nav and it's going to take around 2 hours to get to the next place. I didn't realise how dusty my side was there, but yeah, about 2 hours to the next place, which is good. So we should make it there or nearly there tonight. We're not really in much of a rush because we can't actually load till 8 o'clock. They don't open till 8 o'clock in the morning. So, and our boat's not until 9 o'clock tomorrow night. So it's one of those, it's like, it's not really that much of a panic to get there and get back or whatnot, because we're on the late boat out of Le Havre. So what we'll do is we'll just see how we get on in a sec. Haven't really done a lot of work today either because obviously been on the boat for 6 hours. So, potentially I'll carry on until I can. Obviously we did book on at 5:30 this morning, so can't actually stop till we can't work past 8:30. Oh, just thinking about that now, actually we've got loads of time because it's only 5:30 UK time. So we might make it all the way there, to be fair, and just park up outside. That wasn't very wise of me, but now I've just realised. But yeah, so guys, what we're going to do is probably give the truck a little bit of a clean. It's been raining here again, which kind of sucks because we had really nice weather when we got off the boat and then the rain came. But yeah, apart from that, I've just got the iPad on, just watching some TV. So I'm going to continue to do that and then we shall hit the road shortly. And we are a go. We are all tipped. Just over 32 minutes. So now we can hit the road. See how we go. We got a signed CMR from Matey Boy instead of going into the office, which is ideal. Saves us hassle doing that. Turn that off. Make sure we drive on the right side of the road. So yeah, so now we've got a 2 hour drive. I've got, what have I got? Because I didn't clear my card, I've only got 1 hour and 53 minutes. So we won't actually get to where we want to go anyway, but it's not too bad. We'll park up just a little bit further out, probably somewhere decent. We've had a shower and that on the boat, so I'm not too fussed about having a shower. So yeah, we'll just see what's happening really. Just got to wait for Matey Boy to back in here. He's happy with what he's doing before we go past. So as I was past, I like this little wagon. He's got full lights in the grille. It's the shunter and he's got full lights on the top, lights in the grille, all the lights. But yeah, we are basically out of this barrier. Hopefully it just opens. Does it just open? Yeah, that's the one. Straight out of this one, straight down the road. That's a nice truck as well. So many version 5 Volvos. It's proper starting to look smart. We need to get Havre Blue. We got 700 kilometers, so we should be alright for a bit. We'll get it on the way back. We're only 152 kilometers away, so we'll make the most of what we've got. When there's no lines on the road, you have to think about it loads, because obviously we're driving. I always just think right hand to the curb, but when there's no curb either, you sort of forget. But yeah, we'll be joining back onto the motorway, and then it'll just basically be a nice motorway drive pretty much all the way down, well, should I say down, left on France. I've just edited the other video and that's uploading, so this would have been part 1 to this, because this has ended up being part 2, because sometimes I don't really know what to say or do, and then I put the videos together and I edit them all, and then I've got stupid amounts of videos. Like I've got that was over nearly an hour, and all I've done is driven from Scotland to Portsmouth. So I'm like, do I talk too much? Like, is it actually relevant? I don't know. So I've done this as a 2-parter. I'm trying to get into doing like one video at the start of the week and one video at the weekend or whatever. But we'll see how it goes. Sometimes, oh, that 700 kilometers I have has just gone down to 600 kilometers. This guy's going to pull out, isn't he? Please don't pull out. This road's always a bit of a weird one, because this junction here, you'll see in a second that it just gets to like nothing. So like there's a line on the floor there, but there's like nothing here, so it's almost a corner, but there's a line there on the floor. So it's a bit bizarre on what you're meant to actually do. But I do like this part of France. I don't know whether it gets, it's 15 degrees now, but I don't know whether it gets warm when it's obviously in the summer, because it would probably be a nice place to live. Like I've always said, it sort of reminds me of a bit like Cornwall with the quiet roads. I'm not a fan of this junction, not quiet roads but Cornwall, up and down roads, but I don't really like this junction, because you'll see now we've got to get between these curbs, and then we've got to time it right, as you can see down there, because obviously we can't look to the left, and then you're straight on a slip road, and then you got to join the motorway again, or the dual carriageway. Don't know if these are toll roads or not, or these count as, it's an E road, so it's the E50, but there's no booths, so I don't know if it works a bit like Belgium and Germany, where it's like just above the road. But we're not in a rush, so we'll just trundle along at 80 kilometers, and we'll see how we go on. What I'll probably do is leave you guys to it for a bit. I'm just going to chill out and listen to some music, and we'll see how far we get. I'll speak to you guys in a bit. So guys, I don't currently have active on my sat nav the traffic or like road updates and stuff, because I need to renew it. But I was just driving down the dual carriageway, and it just said road ahead closed. Well, wherever it said in French, and then the road was closed, and I was like, oh, that's not ideal. So basically, we are now doing what I love the most, and we are off for a jolly. Not really sure where we are or what we're doing. The sat nav was having none of it, so yeah, so we just sort of, there was no diversion route, it just sort of took us off the other way on the motorway, which wasn't very helpful. So I've just looked at the roads that look reasonably familiar. When I say familiar, I mean suitable for a lorry, and then I'm just going to go that way. So I'm not sure what this is meant to be, whether this is 2-lane road normally and they've got one side shut or something, but there's red bollard stuff everywhere. So there's a roundabout here. Oh, wait, what? That's weird. Maybe it's a path. I'm not really sure, to be honest. But yeah, so we're just going to be just driving around now, basically, just having a little bit of a jolly around. The other video is just uploaded, finished uploading. So we're on, what are we on now? Wednesday night. So hopefully it will be up tomorrow. Because what I'll do is I'll just double check it, watch it today or tomorrow morning. And then hopefully we can get it all a go. Normally I get the missus to watch it as well to make sure that I haven't said any naughty words or anything like that, which normally I have, and I try and blank them out or whatnot, and we'll see how that goes. But this is all like unnamed roads, so whether all this is like new or it looks quite fresh tarmac, but I'm not sure. We're following signs for Brest, which is obviously like the top side of this little bit of Brittany area of France. So we're going to just trundle along there. Annoyingly, we're not actually going to make it to where I wanted to make it now, because this has added an extra 7 minutes of drive time. So we're not going to make it. But we weren't in a rush, and then this happens, and then we're like, oh. But we're not in a rush really, we're just in a rush to where I wanted to park, which is just on the industrial estate. But again, like I say, we can't load till 8 o'clock in the morning, so there's not really anything major. We can't get the boat till 9:15 tomorrow night, so nothing major there. However, if we do get loaded at 8 o'clock, which my plan is, then I plan to try and potentially, if the weather's nice and it's not raining like it is now, is to potentially go to St. Michael, or Mount St. Michael as they call it, and park the lorry up in industrial estate and get on the scooter. There's about 4 miles away from the place, there's a Lidl where it looks like you could probably park a lorry. Well, I don't know whether in the middle of the day or not, so I'm going to check that out, because that would be pretty cool. That road just ends, that road we were just on, so this must all be like new and they haven't finished it. I'm guessing that this will be a new like national road. I didn't even know this roundabout was here. Thought we were on a different roundabout. But yeah, I'm guessing that this will be another national road to avoid going through all these towns and stuff, which is always good fun. But I just feel like this sort of stuff, like I've said, if you've watched any of my other videos, like this sort of stuff is like one of the main reasons why. Oh, where's he going? There was a guy on the roundabout, but he wasn't indicated, so I don't know where he's going, so I thought better stop. So that way's for Rennes, we're going to go this way. There you go, there's a sign there for Brest. It's like just going on a little jolly through some towns. I'm going to put it on the wide angle. You can see the mountain in this one, but at least you can see a bit more of the road. The sat-nav speeds are all over the place, because it's like, it reckons that the speed limit down here is 70 kilometres for a truck, but it's 70 kilometres for a car, so I can't imagine that we're allowed to do 70 kilometres as well. Again, I'm not that on top of the, I know what you can and can't do, but I don't know about these sort of roads. I always thought it was like 60. But I might be wrong, it might be 70. But we don't need to go that fast. So we're not going to make up any time anyway, because we're only 23 kilometres away, so we're not going to knock off any time, even if it thought we could do 40 rather than 45 or whatever it is. But nice road today. I've just been looking, when I was on the bay earlier on, looking at holidays to go in the car, and looking at getting the boat down to Spain from Plymouth, so that'll be a good crack. But hopefully I have to persuade the boss to see if I can have some time off, because I got time off in July, I want time off in September, and then I need time off 1 day a month for some appointments. So we'll see how that goes. It's quite greasy, this road. It's very windy. We've sort of like gone out of the town now, and now we're just sort of like wiggling through the countryside. But then I suppose this is what you would have had to do, I don't know how long ago, before they built all these roads. Oh, look at this. Big bridge. What's it over? Little houses that are like little huts rather than actual houses down there. But yeah, I'm having a good time. I don't know, we got to wiggle back up the hill now from looking at what the sat nav. It's all complete wiggly hills. Let's see what's going on up here. It's definitely what it's made for, like a bit of back lane in a lorry when you're empty. It's just different, isn't it? It breaks it up from sitting on the motorway all the time. I don't know what people are like. Obviously, I started my lorry driving career in Devon, and if anyone ever been to Devon or driving around Devon, well, we did all of the areas of Devon and all over on the pallets. So I was always in like rigids and stuff down lanes, and then when I started Arctic driving, we were delivering to farms, and then I started on the grain and the scrap, and you were always in and out of really tight country lanes. And so when it comes to this sort of stuff, like this is like big wide roads, but if you're from Devon and Cornwall, like you'll realise when you go up country that like even as far as like Wiltshire and that, when I worked at Broughton's, we would go the lanes around there when I was doing the pallet network for them. Those lanes were like massive, and they were like freshly tarmacked. You could get an Arctic down them, whereas like in Devon, like you need to be careful like where you're going, because if you don't, then like you can get in some serious trouble. I'm not saying you can't get into serious trouble going down the wrong places elsewhere, but I'm just saying that like if you don't pay attention in Devon, like probably not going to go down very well. But if I see somewhere to park as well, I'm potentially looking for somewhere to park. That was a church. That's so cool. Look at that. Wow. Oh. Any takeaways open? Could get a takeaway. Oh, there is a takeaway there. It says cross the roundabout. It doesn't really look like a roundabout to me. It's like a speed bump, right? Where are you going? Oh. See, they just park anywhere. I bet if I just park there on the right, oh, speed bump. I bet if I just park there on the right, no one would be bothered. There's a lorry there on the left-hand side. Just in the middle of this town. So bizarre. It's just like little mini roundabouts, bushes. I don't know. It's actually surprising because it's 20 to 9 here, and it's like daylight still. Like I'm still running all of my orange side lights and DRLs. Got some new build houses on the right, not even been moved into yet. We could just move out here and just live out here. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Oh, the lorry's angry with me. We've got 15 minutes of drive time, it says, and we are 17 minutes away. So I somewhat think we are not going to make it, but we will see what happens. And now back out into the countryside. There is some big house. Oh, there's an Auto Smart lorry there. There's some big houses out here. Apparently 600 metres we are turning back onto the E50. So that was a lot more exciting than just going down the main road the whole way. It's windy up here. We're just going to get on the roundabout. And once we get back on there, I'll probably jump back off again because I've just been talking for 11 minutes. But we just want you to know that we made it. We survived back to the motorway. It's not that way, is it? It's over the bridge because we need to be down over it. That'll do, won't it? I'll jump back on before we get parked. Fingers crossed we can get to where I want to go, because I bet you we just missed all the parking areas which would have been on the motorway that was shut. So like I say, we're only 15 minutes away now. I was that straight back down onto the dual carriageway. Do we have a slip road or not? Oh, it's a bit of a slip road. Alright, cool. I shall leave you guys there for a short while and we'll see you in 15 minutes. Wish me luck. So guys, you're about to join me for the absolute idioticness that I've done and left it with 2 minutes coming off of the road. If you're new to lorry driving, don't do this, especially when you do not have to load till 8 o'clock in the morning and you've got so much time, because what happens then is you never find anywhere to park in the time, and then you go over and then you have to do a printout and then you get in trouble if you get caught. So yeah, basically don't do this. Learn from me, don't make mistakes. But basically I just wanted to be here for the morning so I can walk over. Not that it makes any difference at all, but we're going to go down here and fingers crossed in like 2 minutes we're going to have a place to park. My headlights on. It's apparently they're not on. Apparently it's still side light gang. But yeah, we're literally like a couple of minutes away. This car's overtaking us. But fingers crossed we can park right outside. Last time I was here there was like 2 lay-bys that you could park right outside. But like I say, I don't know whether you can or not. We're not going to make it because we got 1 minute. But it is what it is. There was a carnival there. Not a carnival, a circus, that's what it's called. This guy's going to do a left here down this side road, which is unsuitable for HGVs because I found that out last time I was here. But yeah, the weather's picked up again, which is always nice when you're running behind. We will see how we get on. Oh, there's a lorry in the lay-by. That is not what we wanted. That was not part of the plan. Oh dear. So, yeah, basically, don't make idiotic mistakes like this. Our place is on the left hand side now. There is a lay-by right opposite, to be fair, that I could probably go in. I haven't reached my destination because my destination is there on the left there. There's a lay-by on the right here and there's a lay-by on the left, so we're going to go in the one on the left. We've still got time on the taco. We're going to go in here. We're probably going to go over. It's probably going to block over. We're going to do a shunt to make sure that we're fully in. Nice reverse parallel park. And then that's it. We got the infringement. But in my eyes, that's 4 hours and 30 minutes of driving. So whether that'll be a debate we can have. Is 4 hours and 30 minutes of driving on your taco when it goes to 4 hours 30 over your time, or is it within your time? So literally it's just gone to 000. Doesn't say that I'm over, just literally says 000, and then that's that, done. And we are parked right outside. Successful. Wouldn't have gone over if that other lorry was in the thing, but this makes it better actually, because we're parked facing this way. My bed, my pillow, you can see. Oh, I don't know if the mic's playing up, so I've unplugged it. My pillow head is that side, so really I'll lie that way and then we'll be mint. There's loads of room there and we'll be good for the night. So I shall catch you guys in the morning. I'm going to get chicken curry on the go and get some food in me because it's 9 o'clock and I'm hungry, and then get some sleep and get loaded. So I'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning guys. So we've just rolled out of bed. It is literally 20 to 9. I popped over at 8 o'clock to see what they were saying. The lady basically just said come in after the other guy had finished on the bay. So yeah, so just backed onto the bay now, giving him the keys, giving him the CMR. It's pretty annoying here because you have to write out a whole CMR just for your number and all that, and then they give you their own printed CMR. So it's sort of like, why do I have to waste the CMR to just do it? Why can't I write it out on a bit of paper? But I tried it on my phone, I tried it on a bit of paper, and she's like, no, CMR. So I don't know, what do I know? I'm not a professional, I'm just a driver. But yeah, so we're just waiting now. Should be probably around 20 minutes, half an hour. They're normally quite quick. They basically have all the products lined up for each load, like in the bay right behind. So you park on the bay that like your product is at, and then they just chuck it all on really quickly. So normally, yeah, like I say, when I've been here before, it's quite quick. So we'll have to see how that goes. And then obviously the sun is shining. There's not really any dark clouds in the sky. There's a few clouds. So if we're looking better in a bit, once we've gone, we might go to Mount St Michael for the day. If not, we'll just head straight to Le Havre. If we do go to Mount St Michael, and then we'll get to Le Havre a little bit later on. But like I said yesterday, it doesn't really matter too much because obviously Le Havre is, what we're saying, the 11-hour crossing, so you get your break in either way. You could get out at like 8 o'clock in the night before the boat, an hour before the boat, and it wouldn't be a problem. But obviously if we go now, we're going to get there at 1:15. So we've got a few hours to play with. But we'll see what happens. Obviously don't want to miss the boat, don't want to screw up the job, because that would be an absolute nightmare. So we'll see how it goes. So just gone into the back of the trailer. I wonder if she's worked out the light. I've got my side lights on, so you've got to have your side lights on, and then they got to press the little button in the trailer to turn the lights on. But sometimes they don't, but you're not allowed in most places. But there's always been a thing, I don't know whether other people do it. If any other European truckers watching this now, you have to comment and let me know. But some people, it depends where you are. Some places are like a complete no against it. But some places I try and stand and watch the trailer being loaded, because then you can obviously see what's going in there, so that when customs ask, have you seen the trailer being loaded, you can be like, yes, I stood there and watched. But obviously some sites don't want you to stand and watch, like they don't want you in the warehouse. So it's one of those situations where I suppose you've got to put the trust in them. But well, I normally, once it's loaded, I'll pull forward and I check all the tops of the pallets to make sure that, like, as far as I can see and all that. Yeah, they could probably wedge stuff down or whatever if they really wanted to, but realistically, even if you stood and watched, like, they're not going to be putting, if they're putting anything suspicious in there, they're not going to be doing that on the outsides of the pallets, are they? They're going to be burying it. For people wise, you going in a heartbeat scanner and all that sort of stuff. So realistically, we're in here regularly, so I can't imagine these guys are going to risk it can't be worth it for them to risk putting people in the back of our trucks. But then again, it could happen. So if you get the opportunity, I would say try and watch watch them when they're loading your trailer. If you can't, then you can't. Right, that's just the way it goes. But yeah, so fingers crossed, like I say, we'll be out of here soon, and then we'll be on the road for a bit of sun. So I'm going to get some breakfast and I shall catch you guys in a short while. 35 minutes later and we are off. The sun is shining. Let's get out of here. We've just done our full walk round checks to obviously start the day, but as well as the full walk round checks for our vehicle checks for immigration sheets. So that's all good. Checked the load over, was able to go in the warehouse from the bay and put my bars and stuff on, so I managed to have a look properly inside, which is decent as well. Like I said earlier on, always take the opportunity if you can. So we are now going towards the sun and heading for the boat, which is in 12 hours we've got to get to the boat, and it's 4 hours and 29 minutes away. So we've had a 15-minute break, so we only need to have a half an hour en route. This man is driving in the middle of the road. But yeah, so they're nice enough there, decent, good, quick load, can't complain, can't fault it. Customs paperwork was already done yesterday, so again, it's one of those, like, definitely a winner for a reload. Nice and simple, no fridge either, so it's all chilled, and not chilled, it's all ambient temperature. So yeah, so we'll just head down. We're gonna have a half an hour, like I say, somewhere. We'll probably have that before we get to Cairn area, because obviously I don't know, everyone's told me so many stories about Cairn and the immigrants and stuff, but I've never actually, I've seen like a few people that looked like a bit dodge, but like they were like hovering around lorries and stuff. Oh, there was a camel. Did anyone else see the camel? What? There was a circus there and they had a camel, and then they had a massive bull with massive horns. But they were like really thick horns, I don't know. Anyway, I'm so distracted. This is what happens. I don't know if anyone watches these on a regular, you'll notice how we sort of like just spiral off because you see things. But that is like some sort of like horse racing circuit or something. We've obviously got a bit of land, so the carnival's on it. We've got one of these cyclist people. Did you know you get these over in France as well? And a nice wide berth onto the other side of the road. Yep, that's that. So I've been watching some other people's videos on YouTube, and someone uses one of those, I think it's one of those Insta360 cameras, and as they're driving along, it like when they look in directions, it rotates and stuff, and I might have to buy one because that's proper intriguing. Like, it's put, like, definitely want to give that a go. Can I get on the motorway here? It wants me to turn left, but this is where we went wrong last time. No, so you can't actually get on the motorway there. Interesting. Because this is where we went down the, I think we should have gone left out of that place, because basically last time we did this, we went for a jolly down the road, and mate boy who'd left like 5 minutes after us, he was overtaking us like before it even got on the motorway. So there's obviously a quicker route out, but I always just go in the way I come out, go out the way I come in, but you can't get back on the dual carriageway. So, because this road basically, you'll see in a second, like we come around and this boat road basically runs parallel with the dual carriageway. But yeah, I don't know if I'm sort of like on one this week. Like I'm having fun talking away and chatting away to you guys and talking about stuff. I was talking to my mate last night about videos and stuff and what I should do. And yeah, well, we should be over there on that motorway where that white lorry is. But for some reason we're not. So it's like no stick road for another like 3 kilometres. We'll just drive across the grass verge, isn't it? Be alright? Something like that. But yeah, right, I'm going to get onto the motorway. These videos are going to be ridiculously long if I keep chatting away continuously. You have to let me know what you think. I was in one of those cyclists. Because if I'm talking too much, or if you don't really want, if you want to see, I was watching someone's video, I'll shout out, I was watching Gemma from Wayne's video last night, and she was the one with the camera, and she also was doing like snippets rather than like the whole like the whole thing like this, where she's talking away. She was just doing like bits where she was getting onto the main roads and those sort of things. So I don't know if that's an option, but she's got lots of followers and lots of views. confused, so whether she's doing something right and I'm not. But for now, we will stick with this. We're going to overtake this cyclist after this car here. That's that done. Right, we're going to join the motorway in a sec, and then I'll probably catch you in a bit. So just joining the motorway. It's like been a couple of seconds since I was filming forward. I just banged it on the bridge to stop, because this is that seafood place I was talking about with the cool lorries. So there's only one lorry in there at the moment. Oh, there's two. There's a DAF and a Scania, but it's an old shaped V8 Scania with a side pipe and a XF DAF, which is pretty cool. We're just literally getting on. We're on the side camera now. I'm going to leave it there for a bit, so you guys will be able to see that later on, and we'll see how it goes. We're just joining on the motorway now, so I shall see you guys in a bit. So guys, we've just pulled off the motorway, and I've decided that we're going to go on a jolly because we can. So basically we are going to go down to Mount St. Michael on the electric scooter. So fingers crossed we're going to be able to drive down here, do a left in a second, now hopefully, if I've done this right, we'll be able to go down here and park down here. If not, it might be a bit interesting. There's a McDonald's here, and then there's like quite a big bit of like wasteland where this trailer is. Fingers crossed we can park next to this trailer if there's no car. Yes, that's what we're going to do. We're going to park next to this trailer by the McDonald's, and then we're going to go for a jolly on the scooter. It's about 5 miles, so it might be a bit of an interesting journey, but we will we'll give it a go. We're not in any rush, like you said earlier on, so I'll go and use the toilet in the McDonald's, put it on brake, and go for a jolly. Just get reversed up tidy. I probably won't be able to film a lot on the way there. If I see anything cool, I'll stop and film it, but if not, then we'll just be doing once I arrive there. But let's put it like that. There you go, that will do. Bang it on brake, pull the curtains round. Yeah, let's get on the road, or get on the scooter as we should say. Well, that was a complete and utter fail. Basically the scooter has died. We've got this far and it is completely dead. Well, I got one word for that: unsuccessful. So I dug the scooter out, which I haven't used since, I think the last time I used it was Christmas Day, and when I left it was on like 80% of battery, and I got it out and it was still on 50%, and I was like, oh, ideal, that'll do. It's saying that I've got I think it worked out to be about 15 kilometers it said I had, and I was like, oh, that'll do, that'll be mint. I put it in like not sport mode, so just like normal mode. I got 1 mile away from the lorry, and it started flashing and coming. The percentage was dropping quickly, and I was like, oh no, I was like, this isn't ideal. Yeah, it turns out that obviously, I'm assuming because it's a lithium battery and it's just been sat, it's probably lost charge. So it probably needed a good charge before obviously taking it out. So yeah, the battery ran out pretty much flat. So I've got back to the truck, plugged it in, and we're back on the road. But there'll be plenty of other opportunities to try again. It was just annoying that I had to scoot it back about half a mile. Wasn't really sure whether you were able to scoot it back. Like it still had a little power. If I didn't push it myself, it would do about 3 miles an hour. But I thought, oh, I better push it myself because else it's going to take ages. So we scooted back, and then yeah, so basically just wasted an hour of the day. But again, we're still going to be at the port at 2:30. On the boat's not until 9:15. So I was just trying to make the most of the day, but obviously, yeah, hasn't gone very well. But oh well. At least we made it back to the truck. At least it didn't happen when we were 6 miles away. But still, hopefully I can get the scooter fully charged for next time. Actually remember and be a bit more organised. But yeah, like I say, it's on charge now. I've never charged it in the lorry using the inverter, so this could be an interesting experience. Nothing's caught fire yet. It's been half an hour. Well, not half an hour, but 20 minutes. So yeah, we'll see how we get on. And I shall catch you guys when we're a little bit closer. So guys, we are just heading down into the Havre. The sun is out and it's absolutely beautiful again. It's up to 17 degrees. My current plan is to hopefully get down to the ferry and then basically try and get out of the port. So we'll have to see how that goes and go for a wander around the Havre, because it's going to be 3 o'clock by the time I get there, and obviously the boat's not till 9:15, so we're going to have to see how that goes. There's a lot of roadworks. We've just come over the toll bridge. I'm basically trying to film 2 videos in the process of one at the same time. So I'm doing a entrance video to Le Havre, for Le Havre to Portsmouth, to people who have never done this crossing before. So if there's a little bit less of Le Havre for this video, then that's why, and I do apologise for that. But for now, I've got the time lapse on for them over this bridge, and I'm recording for you guys on this. So yeah, we should be able to manage that, and we should be able to do something good with those 2 videos. That's tight. This road's basically 3 meters, so it's quite tight to the walls. But yeah, they're tarmacking both bridges, so they've just tarmacked the left-hand side of the toll bridge, and now they're tarmacking the right-hand side of this bridge. So it's a bit carnage, but at least they haven't closed them. They've done contraflow, which you'd never get in the UK. So at least we are still moving, and we are on top of the bridges with obviously the amazing views, which you cannot see because you're in the front. But yeah, if you've watched any of my other videos, we've done this trip a couple of times now down into the Havre, and it's not a bad port either because it's nice easy going. But yeah, because last time we were discussing this building on the right about how many bays it had for lorries, because it's absolutely massive. But the road's all over the place. But nice and windy up here as well, so we're just trying to get down without tapping one of these barriers, because that probably wouldn't go down very well. The V8 would not like that. Once we get down, obviously we've got the blue bridge to go over, and then we'll be doing the left. Not sure if the town's still shut off, so we would have to take the diversion or either squeeze through the non-diversion way, but we'll check that out as and when we get there. But for now, yeah, I'll probably catch you guys most likely inside the port, because like I say, you've seen all this bit before, and we're most likely just going to be stuck in traffic this whole way. So yeah, I shall see you guys in the port. So guys, we made it in. It was successful. We've got our ticket, and we're just waiting for the boat now. The scooter is charged for a bit, so hopefully it won't take much longer. It's on 50% at least now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get it out of the truck. I'm going to walk down to go to the toilet, and then I'm going to go and speak to the officers at the security hut, and the lady in the office said I should be allowed to go out until about 6 o'clock tonight. So that gives us a fair few hours now, because it is actually 2:25, so 3:25. So we got like 2.5 hours. So I'm going to go and have a scout around Le Havre. yeah, just have a look, see if there's anything exciting to see, and then we'll be back for the boat later on, and I shall catch you guys on it. See you in a bit. So I've made it out of the port, and we are now travelling around Le Havre. This boat here is from Basel, however you pronounce it, in Switzerland, but it's been converted into what looks like a full-on hotel, because there's like hotel rooms with beds and stuff, which is pretty cool. And you can see that the windows. It's not very private though for people who are wanting a private stay, but because you got people like me walking around videoing and stuff. But it's a cool little town to be fair. You got a funky bridge over there. But yeah, what I'm going to do is have a wander around and see what we see. So I've just found this massive indoor supermarket and shopping centre. It's insane. Basically you got like big entrances and that. Very cool. I'm waiting to get told off because it says on the sign you're not allowed electric scooters, but I don't see the problem if I'm pushing it around. If I was riding it then maybe, but they got Timberland shops. Very cool. So I've been walking for about 5 minutes now and it still goes on and on. I don't know any of these shops. I assume they're probably popular shops over here in France. Maybe H&M, but none of the other ones. Pretty cool. So those are like sweet shops and American candy stops, but and a Columbus Cat and Co. Foot Locker. Just an update on our journey. Decided to climb these stairs, which was a terrible idea, but the scooter does it itself. The scooter will go up by itself, but it just drags you along, and this is too steep to carry on the back. So if you can tell, I'm out of breath. Climb those millions of stairs to basically get to this cool little place. It's basically a music venue, but the place is huge. Pretty cool to be fair. So they obviously have stuff going on in the middle here, and then they got stuff up there in the containers and stuff. Pretty cool place to have. Definitely worth a look. It's all happening here. Buses trying to squeeze past each other because they've met each other on the like biggest curbed corner that there is. Look at the size of the curb afterwards. So they met on that corner. That was interesting. Anyway, more importantly, look at this. What a building. So we just come out of nowhere. I wasn't trying to aim for this. This has come out of absolute nowhere. It's amazing. I've just got up to this like botanic gardens place, but the view is amazing. And we're like right over there somewhere where the boat is. But yeah, this is the big fortress. Hopefully go that way, and then we can start heading back down the hill because we've only got red on the battery. This is most likely going to be one of our last stops. I like how they take down their beach huts, which is pretty cool. But this place is actually pretty awesome. I'm going to go. That's going to be our next stop. For that tall tower there. But yeah, apart from that, might go throw a stone in. There's people surfing down there. But yeah, we're just having a little bit of a jolly, really. We'll head back in a minute because we've got no battery on the scooter. So guys, we are right down on the front now, and this will be our last video for the half. We're getting back in a minute, but we got a massive cruise ship on this side. We got a Neptune line ship going out, and we got this thing, which is awesome. I love how they've just joined all the containers together. Guess what to do with some containers? Stack them up. I'd love to climb it. It's pretty cool to be fair. But yeah, check out the Havre, guys. So, we made it back to the lorry just in time because it's absolutely hammering it down with rain now, as you guys can see. hopefully, fingers crossed, we will be on the boat shortly, and I've just eaten some food, so it'll be nice to just go and relax, have a few pints and get some sleep. It looks like the woman's walking over now, so we might actually be loading onto the boat now, so we'll see how we go. But yeah, we will see what's happening. Oh, she's walking past. Is she walking to me or past me? I don't really know. She came over, then she ran away, so that was pointless. Yeah, so I'm going to end the video here because you guys have already seen the boat, and then I'm just going to concentrate on the other video to sort that out. Yeah, so we'll go with that. We're basically going to load onto the boat now, and I shall see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.